to go more of a downer, two very important people, two very famous people in two completely different lines of work in this week alone have passed away. I mean, Lionel Rose, very famous, very first Aboriginal Australian boxing heavyweight champion, I believe. You know, no, he passed away about a week or two ago. Earlier this week, I believe it was Sunday or Saturday, possibly. I can't remember, but it was earlier in the week. One of the all-time greatest performers, pro wrestlers, sports entertainers, whatever you want to call them, of all time, was killed in a car accident due to a possible heart attack. That man, his real name is Randall Mario Poffo, but we wrestling fans know him as the Macho Man Randy Savage. You might remember down in the heavily taped series, as short and as ridiculous as it looks, as short as it was, short running time and all that junk, you may remember me doing a video, posting a video up called Oh Yeah. You can obviously tell where the "Ooh Yeah" comes from. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, one of the all-time greats when it comes to performing. I mean, he was not only a workhorse, but he also knew what the hell he was doing. Every single move. It was part of his, he had a lot to say in his matches, and it was pretty much, well, almost, I guess, perfect every time. Yeah. I understand that his wife of a year, I believe, was also in the car. He has a brother, Lanny. Many wrestling, sports entertainment fans might remember him as the Genius, or Leaping Lanny Poffo. He had a brother. His father, Angelo Poffo, very famous in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Very famous pro wrestler back in the day when, you kind of knew, you had like a very small inkling of an idea that it wasn't real, but, it was, you knew. I mean, it didn't matter to you, really. I mean, really doesn't matter to most fans who would really appreciate the sacrifices that these men and women go through every single week, every single day that they compete. The aches and pains, the brutal road schedule, traveling, missing birthdays, Christmases, Hanukkahs, Easters, whatever other holidays there are in America. They and it's not just America either. There's everywhere. You got Japan, you got the UK, even here in Australia. They're everywhere. But they sacrifice a lot to entertain a very small portion of the population of the world, and that's part of wrestling's appeal, I guess. It's one of many different facets of the game. But my condolences go out to Mr. Poffo's wife, and his brother, and his entire family, and all of his friends that he made in the wrestling industry. He was sorely be missed. I mean, I know he hadn't been doing stuff for a long time, but he's one of the figureheads of the Rock and Wrestling for Connection. I mean, one of the very key figures in wrestling, period. He was a great performer. nobody has nothing bad to say about him. He was just an all-around good guy. And although he was 58 years old, I mean, that's still a fairly young age to